A new study by the Harvard Graduate School of Education found that about a third of young adults in a survey, people 18 to 25, reported experiencing anxiety and depression. More than teens, more than older adults. It was a surprising finding. We also know that anxiety and depression correlates to a higher risk of suicide. As the mental health crisis shakes many parts of our society, more people are speaking out to talk honestly and openly about suicide, to prevent more lives from being lost. A new mural in Plattsburgh broadcasts that message in the most blunt way possible. You matter. That's today's story of the day.
Support for Story of the Day comes from the St. Lawrence County Community Development Program, now accepting applications for the Head Start program to prepare children ages 3 to 5 for school. Online at slccdp.org/head-start.
Hey, I'm David Sommerstein. It's Tuesday, August 27th. First up, another section of the Adirondack Rail Trail is now open. The first portion from Lake Placid to Saranac Lake opened last summer. Now people on bikes and on foot can travel all the way to Floodwood Road, 25 miles west in Santa Clara. State environment officials held an event yesterday to celebrate. Our Adirondack reporter Emily Russell was there and has our story.
About 60 people are here on the Adirondack Rail Trail near Lake Clear. Many have their bikes with them and are gathered around a podium. The DEC's interim commissioner, Sean Mahar, steps up to the mic.
It's amazing to see you all, and I can't thank you all enough for coming out as we open Phase 2 of the Adirondack Rail Trail today officially.
When it's all completed, the Adirondack Rail Trail will be 34 miles long, connecting Lake Placid to Tupper Lake. The trail itself is between 5 to 10 feet wide. It's topped with stone dust, and it's pretty flat, with an average grade of just 2%. Mahar says wheelchair accessibility has been a key focus of the project.
But we want to make sure our outdoors are accessible for everyone, and this trail has been built using ADA compliant techniques, and really wanted to make sure that anyone and everyone could use this trail and really get in the forest and benefit from being outside.
There's no real data yet on just how popular the trail has been, but go out on a nice day, especially on the weekend, and you'll see people walking, running, folks riding gravel bikes, e-bikes, mountain bikes. The rail line from Remsen in the southern Adirondacks up to Tupper Lake will still serve as a tourism train line. From Tupper Lake to Lake Placid will now serve all kinds of recreators.
We use it for walking, biking, cross-country skiing, and also snowmobiling.
That's Jess Collins. She and her husband live in Lake Clear. This newest section of trail is unique. It cuts through this small town, sometimes literally crossing people's driveways or through their backyards. And it skirts along the remote St. Regis Canoe area. It hasn't officially been open until now, but people have been using this section of trail both in the summer and the winter. Collins says she's happy to see this section of the rail trail open, but it's also a little bittersweet.
We notice a lot of the wildlife disappearing, certain birds, cedar waxwings, and various other species. My favorite, the hermit thrush. But, I think as long as people are respectful and careful and safety-minded, I think it should be a great positive experience for everyone, and I think hopefully for us residents in Lake Clear. I'm hoping.
There is a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit for snowmobilers, and nothing faster than a Class 1 e-bike is allowed. The DEC's Sean Mahar says they plan to monitor and enforce safety regulations year-round on the trail.
Our forest rangers, as other areas of the park, they're out and about, and you see them. You're going to see them on the trail, same with ECOs. I don't want to give away all our patrolling techniques and times that we'll be out there, but rest assured, DEC will be on the scene, making sure that people are riding safe and here to respond when something goes wrong.
After officially opening Phase 2 of the Adirondack Rail Trail, Mahar straps on his helmet for a quick ride with fellow bikers here today. The DEC says the entire 34-mile trail is expected to be finished by next fall. Emily Russell, North Country Public Radio on the Adirondack Rail Trail in Santa Clara.
This next story discusses suicide. It's about 5 minutes long. Over the weekend, Plattsburgh celebrated the dedication of a new mural with an important message. The You Matter mural on Broad Street aims to raise awareness about mental health and combat the stigma surrounding suicide. Kara Chapman stopped by earlier this summer when artists and volunteers were in the middle of painting it.
It's a hot, blue sky day in downtown Plattsburgh. Giovannina Bucci counts bricks on a wall to figure out where to paint the edge of a yellow sun ray.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She stretches her arm up against the wall, pointing to the right spot.
I'm just waiting for tape. So I brought my water and an empty paintbrush and no tape.
Once the spot is marked, she climbs onto a scissor lift. She fires it up and drives it over. The golden ray Bucci is painting radiates from a big sun on the back wall of Warren Tire Service Center, right next door to Stafford Middle School on Broad Street. In the mural, the sun shines over a blue mountain range, and the words, You Matter, painted in big, unmissable letters. This mural has been a long time coming. The Clinton County Coalition to Prevent Suicide first discussed the idea several years ago. But, like a lot of things, it was delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Amy Guglielmo is with Outside Art Plattsburgh. The organization's completed a couple dozen murals in and around the city over the last several years. She says when the Suicide Prevention Coalition approached her, she couldn't say no. She's lost a cousin and a student to suicide.
So I think, all of this, it's for the people that I've lost, but it's for the people that are still here. And I think that's what's so important for this, so people know that someone cares.
Bucci is the lead artist on the mural. She says she drew up some designs and worked with the coalition and Outside Art Plattsburgh to finalize what it would look like. She says the sun is meant to send a message of light.
And I really wanted people to think about getting through a difficult moment or getting through a difficult period, that there is light, there are resources, there is a better day tomorrow, there are better days ahead, just a positive message centered around finding the light and knowing that there are options.
One big option is listed directly on the mural. On the bottom left-hand corner, there's information on how to contact the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, which is available 24/7. The mural also incorporates semicolons, a symbol of suicide prevention. Bucci says the mountains below the sun represent the community's grounding support and how that plays a role in raising awareness. That's both metaphorical and literal. James Snook is painting a small section of the Blue Mountain Range. He's with Community Bank, one of the organizations that sponsored the mural. Snook says even though there's increased awareness around mental health, people are still resistant to it. He says he wants to help change that attitude.
Let's reach out with people with hope. Let's bring love and understanding, and that's all we're asking for. We don't need any negativity.
Fellow painter Aidan Pearl recently graduated from Seton Catholic, where he worked on mental health initiatives for student athletes. He says he hopes everyone who sees the mural takes its message to heart.
I hope it kind of just reminds them that whatever they're doing, it matters and they matter, and that they should know that and feel confident in themselves.
But that work goes beyond painting a mural. Bonnie Black with the Suicide Prevention Coalition says there are plans for outreach, including trainings geared toward families of youth and veterans.
Any one of us can help save a life. The biggest technique we have to learn is to listen. After we learn what to look for, what to listen for.
Guglielmo with Outside Art says she hopes the You Matter mural sends the message that Plattsburgh is a kind and supportive community.
We hope this kindness spreads and that love spreads from this wall. It's not just about this wall, it's beyond the wall.
Guglielmo says the beauty of public art is that it stays free and accessible to everyone, hopefully forever. That means the message will too. You matter. Kara Chapman, North Country Public Radio, Plattsburgh.
If you or someone you know is in crisis, you can call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline anytime at 988. You can also visit 988lifeline.org. Music today by Eddie Lawrence of Moira and Caitlin Scholl of Lake Placid. I'm David Summerstein, North Country Public Radio.